right, everybody, welcome back to the ESL Mobile Open, our first week of the second ladder. I'm Glitter Explosion.
And I'm in Verum.
And I can't tell time. So that's
okay.
all that matters moving into today. Now, we just wrapped up Brawl Stars. Starting off today pretty strongly. Now we're going to be moving into some Clash of Clans. And I expect some more insanity because this was another one of those titles, Paul, that during our entire first ladder, there were some crazy plays going on.
There were indeed. I mean, teams were basically still reeling from the Town Hall 14 changes. A lot of new strategies were developing. Attacker-sided meta was still very much in effect, and that's started to tone down a little bit, but it is still very much true here. And for a lot of these teams, we have seen stellar attack after stellar attack after stellar attack up there at the top. By just a smidge of a lead, the best COC esports is up there, but they have a lead, but it's not the biggest one we've ever seen, not by any means.
No, not at all. I mean, I love how close all of our squads actually are. I mean, here today, and there are so many names that we recognize from Ladder 1 that are actually doing better starting off with our first week here in Ladder 2 than they did. So they've either managed to adjust a little bit more now to this meta, picking up the pace. We see War Agency doing very, very well for themselves. Hydrogen Gaming is also up high on this list. And like you said, the points disparity is nothing right now. And there's still more time. So a lot of these names have an opportunity to kind of shake things up here on our leaderboard a little bit.
And I think it's interesting as we take a look at the rest of the leaderboard, how much of a contrast that is from Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is just new name after new name after new name, everybody looking to get involved here. But Clash of Clans, it's a lot of these vets who are just not happy that they didn't qualify for challenge that first split. And a lot of teams looking to come back and stake their claim. They want to make it to the mobile challenge season here for our first season of 2021. But a lot of great names and a lot of great attacks in store for all of us, which means we got to take a look and review them. Eric is standing by. He's got a video to break it all down. Let's take a look.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's been a wild week here, and we've seen some crazy attacks here as we start into the first week of the second ladder and try to qualify another 4 teams for the ESL Mobile Challenge. Let's go dive into it. For our first highlight, I wanted to check out this match between Train Station Gaming and Hydrogen Gaming. Train Station, playing out of Space Station Gaming, obviously they are a sister clan to Space Station Gaming, are currently number 6 on the leaderboards, and Hydrogen Gaming is currently number 4. Now, both of them have a very, very good record as they start off this next season ladder, and they came really, really close to getting into the ESL Mobile Challenge in the previous season. So we'll see what they can do as we work our way through this new ladder and a new opportunity to get into the ESL Mobile Challenge and qualify another 4 teams. So Zinc was coming in here with a Queen Charge Dragon attack. He sees that there's multiple air defenses grouped up in reach of the Queen here, so she can charge in. She can grab 2 of them here, but he still needs to go get the other 2. So watch what he does here to deal with them. He drops in the King into the bottom corner, funnels him out so we can go in there and get out this Multi-Inferno. But if he does charge the King into the Multi-Inferno and the Queen standing right next to it, he needs to get that Queen engaged onto his Queen before he has the King step all the way in there. Otherwise, that Queen can cause a bit of problems there for the King, and it can prevent him from getting that Multi-Inferno. He would have to freeze it if that was the case, but he didn't have to because his Queen arrived just in time. The timing was perfect here. He drops in the poison, gets the Headhunters and the Hound out of the CC down, and then the Queen can continue charging all the way in. He doesn't have a jump spell. I want you to notice that. So watch what he'll have to do here with this wall break if he wants to go all the way into the core of the base. As soon as he sees that that air sweeper is down and he has the RC take out the Eagle Artillery, the wall breakers have nowhere else to go but deep into the base here, so we can try to push them all the way. But the RC also doing a critical function here, sweeping around that right side and going to multiple air defenses here. Now, here goes the wall break. Look at it go. It's going to go all the way to the core of the base there and open up the Queen's beat on the wall. She's trying to get through anyways, but look at that. He gets it open, and now the Queen has full access to everything in the core. There's not a huge amount of damage right there. It looks like a couple battle builders, the scatter shots, and that's pretty much it. He cleared out most of the damage as he worked his way in, and then he has the Queen tanking the scatter shots there, so his dragons aren't going to have to take that damage. Works out so perfect, drops the blimp in, used the ward ability to protect the blimp on its way to the town hall. Luckily doesn't hit a tornado trap there, but I think with the force he had going through there, even if he did, look at, there's a tornado. You see it up on the top side, and it's spinning the balloons and dragons around. It barely missed that blimp. That could have actually stopped him from getting to the town hall potentially, but I think even if he didn't, he still might have enough force here moving through to take this. So brilliant attack here from Zinc, and this attack pushed Train Station Gaming to a 6-1 record and knocked Hydrogen Gaming down just a little bit there. They're currently holding the 7-2 record, one of those losses from this round right here, but just a brilliant attack here from Zinc, and we'd love to see a Queen Charge Dragon. We always love to see a big Queen Charge like that. They're always a lot of fun to watch. But guys, we got a ton more, including a Super Archer attack that we'll show a little bit later. But it really has been a good week here for Hydrogen Gaming. They got a lot of wins under the belt, and this war was no exception. It was attacks like this that have propelled Hydrogen Gaming all the way up to the number 4 spot, right behind the best COC in the number 1 spot, Uman Manda in the number 2 spot, and War Agency in that number 3 spot on the ladder. But what I found interesting about this attack here, and why I wanted to highlight it, was because I've kind of stressed it a lot on the channel recently that you should avoid sending any attack that puts your healers into the poison of the town hall. But these guys over at Hydrogen Gaming have found a workaround to get through it anyways. So notice how we already sent in wall breakers up at the top corner and into the middle compartment. He'll ward and walk out this multi-inferno, and you see the road champion right there. If it was another hero, it could be a bit of a problem because they have long range and they can wander off there and drag the ward into danger if they do lock onto it. But the road champion is unique. You can ward and walk the road champion. If your ward does lock onto her, she doesn't wander off and drag your Grand Warden forward and potentially get the healers targeted. But also, your Grand Warden stands far enough away from the road champion that the road champion never locks onto it. So it works out really nice. But he starts it with a couple super giants, the P.E.K.K.A.s and the siege barracks with the king up in the top compartment. Go after the Eagle Artillery, go clear that compartment out, and then he sends in the P.E.K.K.A.s with the queen and the warden and the super wizards towards the core. Now this poison has the potential to do an enormous amount of damage after that town hall explodes, and he has the jump so that everything right at it. So a very dangerous position here. But watch his heal. The heal, that's all you need. You just need to bring a heal to heal through the poison. It keeps all of your healers up, it keeps all of your super wizards up, and it keeps you pushing strong through the base. It was as simple as that. We just had to make sure that we save enough spell resources to bring a heal, and we can in fact charge through the town hall. And if the base is going to allow us to have walls to direct our troops through the jump spells and have direct access in a huge just spike punch there to shoot through that town hall, then we gotta take advantage of it. So then he swings the road champion around. She can go clean up the rest while the P.E.K.K.A.s are in the middle there, provide a little bit more tanking. The queen split off there a little bit, not a big deal. He still has tons of troops circling around, and it was absolutely smashed. I really like this method to take down ring bases when they have enclosed compartments like that with the town hall in the middle, and bringing a heal spell, just brilliant. I love it. I honestly can't believe I didn't think of that before. But guys, we got a lot more, so let's go dive to the next one. So I know I told you that we have a super archer attack, and I lied to you. We actually have 2 super archer attacks because Train Station Gaming has been going crazy with this attack all week long. He has a golem and 10 super archers with 5 healers in his comp, and that is the majority of his force. He starts in with a warden walk down from the bottom corner, and he can go after the scatter shot here. He sends in a super wall breaker into the next compartment up, and he does have an open wall there that makes so he can walk in to the single inferno compartment, but warden walking into the enemy queen is very dangerous. We see that it works against the royal champion because she has shorter range, but going to the queen can really cause a lot of problems here, and if you don't peel that warden off right at the perfect time, it can just get your warden wrecked and force a queen ability and ruin an entire attacker. So the queen does lock onto his warden, so he quickly freezes her. But he's not safe yet. The warden's still standing a little bit too close there. The queen locks back onto him again, and so he's gonna have to freeze again. That's a lot of resources tied up just to save off that queen for a little bit there, but he is able to get her down, and then the super archers can work their way to the base. The king went up ahead there and tried to form the funnel in the next compartment over, was able to clear that out there with the super wall breaker, and he was able to get the witches to rejoin. He had another super wall breaker travel all the way into the middle of the base, and once he reaches there, he's got a jump spell to go to the backside. Tons of spell support here, feels like, for the super archers, because he still has 2 more rages, and if he can keep the healers enraged here, he can nuke out the rest of the base here, and the super archers just go crazy in there. They do so much damage because they hit all the buildings like bowlers do to the next compartment over, but they're a little bit more tanky and they survive just a little bit better. So if you can keep the healers raged up and keep the super archers out of too much fire all at once, they can do really, really well. So the RC comes to the top corner. She can start to work her way around the super archers here and start to clean up while they're providing all that tanking in the middle. It's crazy that they're as tanky as they are, but you really have to keep the healers with them. And the nice part about them is the healers tend to stack the troops with the queen and the warden all together, so you end up having everything getting healed at once, and it works out super effective. So the RC sweeps all the way around the base here. The queen breaks out the bottom there. The super archers are shooting over walls to go to targets that the queen can't reach, so she's kind of walking out without it. But a swag RC ability, a swag queen ability, and a swag freeze. How do you have a swag freeze after wasting 2 to deal with the enemy queen at the start of the attack? Absolutely crazy, but we still have another one to go look at next, so let's go check it out. My favorite part about these tournaments is it's where new metas are born. We see these players come out here with brand new attacks that nobody's ever really messed with before, and they just make it look so smooth. And then it gets people thinking like, hey, I could probably repeat that. I could probably do that attack as well. And then it starts to become meta. We saw the same thing with the Inferno Dragon attack with the skeletal spells, which was mind-boggling when we first saw it, but now it's become so commonplace that we don't even think about it anymore. It's kind of crazy how the meta of the game here is constantly shifting, but this is where metas are born. Train Station Gaming went in against Hydrogen Gaming for the 2nd time of the week, and they beat them again. I said earlier that Hydrogen Gaming had a 7-2 record, and both of those losses were against Train Station. So brilliant stuff there from Train Station through the week. They're still in the number 6 spot, so they're still climbing, and we'll see how they do as the weeks progress here and we get ready for another chance to qualify for the ESL Mobile Challenge. But he charged the super archers into the top corner of the base here after the Warder Walk formed the funnel. Once again, the king forms the funnel down the line. Same approach as that other base. And he's going to have to send a blip across the base here to go after the town hall. And that can be dangerous. If it catches a tornado trap there, it can stall it up, and it can be a little bit risky. You have to make sure that you don't deploy your Royal Champion until after you are 100% sure that that blimp was able to take the town hall down. Also, notice how he saves the ward ability until right before the blimp leaves the warden aura. And as soon as he sees that the blimp made it to the town hall safely, then he can send in his Royal Champion, and she can start to sweep around that and work her way to circle the town hall area. And hopefully if that blimp doesn't get the town hall, she can go in there and finish off there using the remainder of his spells, and they get to sacrifice the super archers at that point. But the nice part about super archers is from these core compartments, they can reach out of there and hit a lot of these other buildings. Like, look at that, they're hitting that multi-inferno up in that top compartment as the RC continues to sweep around, and the healers just keeping them all topped off there. They break through the wall, the queen will go north, the super archers will work their way over to the multi-inferno, and the RC finally goes down as she works her way along the bottom edge with a handful of clip troops there to follow her up. Just brilliant stuff here. Once again, another swag freeze, another, well, maybe not swag queen ability, but a swag freeze will get him through, and you can finally go pick up that bomb tower that the warden didn't get at the start. So just amazing performance here from Train Station Gaming. Some brilliant attacks here all week long. These teams are going to keep on fighting for position here on the ladder as the weeks progress and we move towards another ESL Mobile play-ins. Remember, that number 1 spot is going to get advanced directly to the ESL Mobile Challenge, and the number 2 through 9 at the end of the ladder phase are going to play in the ESL Mobile play-ins, and we'll see what happens and which 4 teams ultimately rise to the top. All right, guys, back to you at the desk.
Absolute insanity there. Some of those attacks. I mean, super archers, okay. Okay, let's bring in those archers. Splash damage all day, baby. Let's go. I used to love those big bowler strats back in the day. You see the bowlers, just the rocks just rolling on through the bases. I like to see it now with the archers. I'm a big fan. And I also want to follow up on the last point that Eric made there, Glitter. The idea that the team that's number 1 on the ladder, when this is all said and done, auto qualifies onto the ESL Mobile Challenge. That's huge.
Absolutely. I also think that this might have been one of the first times where we've heard Eric surprised by a strategy that we've watched one of our teams use. I mean, he was so happy with Hydrogen Gaming's workaround for the Town Hall poison that was another point that kind of stood out for me as well. I mean, Clash of Clans is obviously starting off first week of their ladder, nice and strong. But yeah, if you guys are wondering exactly how you can get involved in all this action because it's going well so far, you gotta ! Sign up. Join us. Come play, okay? These games are getting good. You need to make a name for yourself. Test your mettle against some of the best. Speaking of metal, cars.
Pedal to metal?
Exactly.
Asphalt 9 Legends? Yes. God, fantastic. Look, Clash of Clans, again, amazing tactical game. Asphalt, won't give too much away, but let's just say we had some competition happening yesterday, and we're going to take a look back at that. We're going to head to a short break. When we come back, it's all about Asphalt 9 Legends. See you in a few.